This is a really good chart of the euro that I have prepared, and it's based on the higher time frame hourly chart. Okay, and what I'm showing here is that right now, euro, this is Friday's trading. Okay, and euro on Friday came down to a very small fair value gap, which is where I've written fair value gap support, FVG support, just below that green line there. That's actually a fair value gap. It's a tiny gap. And on Friday, euro traded down into that fair value gap where I have written low, just below that red line, the horizontal red line there. I've written low. That is basically Friday's low, okay, and that has come into a fair value gap on our hourly chart, as indicated by that horizontal green line. Okay, you can't see the fair value gap here on the recording, but if you go on a 15-minute chart, an hourly chart, and you look at that area, you'll see there's a tiny fair value gap which is acting as support. Okay, we have made, and on that way down, we've taken out liquidity, which I've marked there on the left. All that liquidity has been taken. That's why that's Friday's low. But prior to that down move, we moved up and have taken all the liquidity from the highs. So we have a low, a high, okay, and then on Monday we have made a higher high, right? So we've now had a market structure shift, and so we have a high, low, higher high, which is clearly visible on that chart. And so in that previous high, where I have put a square and a blue arrow, I have said that there will be a bullish breaker somewhere on a smaller time frame at those highs. And that is where you can see right now we are coming into as support. That breaker, bullish breaker, that is expected to be found at those highs should act as a support. Okay, now I will show you that bullish breaker on the M15 chart in a moment. What I want to show you is how we can use that low and high and project a target going higher. Okay, once we have this high, low, high in place, and we have the bullish breaker there, which we've traded down into, that should act as support. We also have there on a 1 hour chart, you can see I've marked out a horizontal line just on those two down candles. Okay, that is a order block on a lower time frame that links up with previous order blocks from previous sessions in Monday's trading. You can see them on a 15-minute chart. And so we've got, not only do we have a bullish order block there, we've also got another gap there that the market is now trading into, which would act as a support. Okay, and notice that there's no other inefficiency on this chart. That is the last level of inefficiency on this chart, and therefore we expect that level to hold. In addition to the order block that I've marked on with a horizontal line that is more visible on a 15-minute chart. Then we have the bullish breaker, which if you extend that green square to the right, you will see that we are coming into that now. Okay. Now talking about the target, I've taken the range of that swing low and high that I've marked with red horizontal lines. I've taken that range and projected it up by 1 standard deviation, meaning that I've just taken whatever that range is, how many ever those pips are, and extended from the high that same amount of pips, and I'll get this target. Okay, so that's 1 standard deviation of that low to high range, and that target comes in at 1.0820. And we already have an initial target of 1.0850 from previous analyses. Now I'll just drop down on the same chart where I have mapped out 15-minute chart. There is that low and high, okay, that we've now taken out on Monday. So we have a higher high, okay, that we are now trading into, and there you can see the order blocks, okay, on the 15-minute chart. So those down candles are the order blocks that are now being traded into inside of a bullish breaker, which is that up close candle, the last up close candle before that down move, that we have now making that a swing high. So we have a swing high, swing low, and now we've gone through that swing high. That last up candle becomes the order block. So on the way down, once you go through it, it should hold as support. So we have lots of confluences here to suggest price movement higher in euro based on everything that we see here on the charts. Okay, so you can download this in the resource section on the Discord channel to review this in more detail. Okay.